What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AZRX for AzurRx BioPharma. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing to point out is that we did get a gap up on today's or last night's earnings, whatever. We basically had earnings in this general area, right? And that led to a large gap up. Let's double check the news, make sure there was not a some sort of catalyst, and not really, right? Okay, so study results actually at 12 o'clock on today's session. So that is interesting that someone must have known before the market opened, and of course it rallied to the upside here. So a little bit of manipulation going on. Obviously it's trading under one, so you want to be aware of the amount of volume that's trading in this. So just, based on round numbers, it traded shy of $100 million worth of actual value trading hands, and that's not the largest amount of dollar figure to be exchanging across people. So be aware, large orders could push prices around regardless of technical structure. Looking at obvious zones of daily support and resistance will map some out. This strikes me as important simply because we had a pivot low, acted as resistance, and now we didn't quite get all the way into it, but you can see the effect that it's starting to have there as support. That's 0.6429. Okay, so keep that level on your charts. To the upside, what else are we noticing from the daily perspective? Certainly this 0.7474, and up here the close to today's high, closer to $8 or not $8, 0.8443. Excuse me there. Obviously underneath us there is a large unfilled gap still, so that gap fills underneath today's low, 66 cents, all the way to the high of the prior day's candle at 0.5518. Let's shift our attention to the 30-minute perspective now, just to sort of check in on the price action. Was it a weak close? Was it a strong close? Generally what we like to do is go from the low of the opening drive to the high of whatever it is and see where the 38.2 is in our other critical fibs. So there's the 38.2. Did we even remotely respect it? Absolutely not. Sliced right through it on the first pullback. Same thing with the 50, right through it. Same thing with the 61.8 on the first pullback. So to me, this is a very, very weak pop here, and I would not expect major follow through to the upside. If there even was a hint of major follow through coming to the upside, you would really need to see volume remain elevated and watch for a breakout over today's high. But unless that happens, I would really expect something like this. Scrunching up the daily, you can clearly see this does not have the best trading history. I would expect this slow sort of malaise lower to continue something along the trajectory of that. So again, underneath today's low, probably just avoid this as a whole. If we flip over to the trade tab, you can clearly see there are no shares to short, and there's certainly no options chain that's hanging out here inside of Thinkorswim. So it's not worth wasting the brain power to try to come up with some sort of short-sided trade idea. Instead, if it does get some sort of bounce, maybe it holds 66 and starts to build a bullish pattern. If big volume does start to come in and there is some sort of catalyst, maybe then you look for a pop. But unless that happens, this would just be a name that I would avoid. So now that you have my thoughts, if you learned anything new from the video, if you enjoyed my perspective, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.